So I'm doing part two of what if I was my client. And if you saw the previous video, this is like the continuation. So this project was before that house. It was an apartment in the city. So here we go. Here we go. Okay. I also wanted to show because I found more vibe stuff and like it matches my personality. So for example, like if I feel at home, then all my community, all my friends feel at home. And it has happened like many, many times everywhere. Even if I'm renting a home temporarily, like it just gets filled. It's always filled. But I also need a lot of cozy and alone time. So, okay. This was the start of something. We started remodeling the bathroom. I don't have photos here of the before and after, but just wanted to show you a little bit of how it is just to see colors and pick materials. I picked this wallpaper for this home. This is like my favorite corner, and again, I use a lot of the opposite colors because sometimes even in like my personality, it's like always like the extremes. Again, this was like 2014. Okay, so you've seen a lot these colors, and also that makes me think like I'm definitely an Aquarius because a lot of these colors are in now, and sometimes I see them and I'm like, it's too much, it's too much, and you see this is also one of the reasons like sometimes it's good to remodel based on how you who you are today or what you want to be in the future. I always think of the future, but in my case, I move a lot. I've always moved a lot since I was young, so it's natural for me to change. Okay, these beautiful coconuts I got on the beach, and I had this idea that I wanted them on the wall, and I painted them, and here I am painting it. You remember the wall? This is the first time I did it. I had people come in, even my boss came in, and from Dimension Innovation, I invited him to my home. But I have the relationship with my clients, my friends, and so it extends to my work as well. The photos, remember, not that great. My boss name's is there, and even the owner of the company. This is my favorite spot. This is where I had my discs. And you see, like, I'm in the sofa. The TV is in front. And that was like my view all the time, constantly. So you'll see a lot that view. That painting was from a friend. She does like impressions of Monet. And Monet, one of my favorite artists, and his story is just amazing. But yeah, I used to use this a lot. I even went to like to get this little basket to put on my records. I went places. What am I trying to say? But yeah, this is like the final look. Then I pulled in these colors and took it to the office. I was designing this for my partner, even though I did use it because that's my computer, but like his guitar, all the stuff he used. But this was my corner. This is where I put all my records. I sat in the floor just listening to music. Here's Kimbra. I would discover artists that I never thought I would even like. But I love my record player, and it had the world because when I travel, I always collect things. I collect music, I collect experiences, and yeah, music. It's one of the my most closest like soulful tool I use. I create a playlist every month. You can find me on Spotify every month. It has a theme. There's a friend of mine, Simon, he always says that the music you hear is always sending you a message. And like sometimes if I have music in my background and I'm talking to someone and I say something and there's a thing, the music says it. It repeats it behind me. And I'm like, confirmation, here it is. So it's the awareness. Like there's magic everywhere. There's magic everywhere. It's just, are we aware of it or not? Like simple things. I added these lights here as well. I barely used it, but I love this light. This is a marble hanging light. This thing here, it's actually metal, not wood, and it's so heavy. It was a gift from one of my closest friends as well. Yeah, let's go. Continue. The kitchen. I added some lamps. The kitchen was fine as is. Again, I brought this like dark color into the hallway to feel that, I mentioned it before, it's just the cocoon, the unknown, the creation, the moment of darkness and how they translate into light. The coconut, a lot of my paintings, a lot of my photos. I don't know why in this house red what was like the color of like pop of color was red. In my other house, I don't know. I used a lot of gray, but this is like a dark blue. No, not really a dark gray. And then the golds. I think I needed like this. It's almost like gold to create abundance, wealth into my life. I felt very abundant in this apartment. I felt like all my dreams were coming to fruition. Like I made it. I made it. This apartment made me feel that way. And this is a painting I did, and it was about like the dream, right? There was supposed to be a person there, like I'm sitting like at the edge of a mountain looking at my creation, and I felt like that's how I felt. I loved it. I loved that apartment. It was one of my favorites, and yeah, thank you. Mwah.